Pounders, welcome back. Today, we're going to be drafting a BBM 5, mainly because you guys filled the puppy 2. But we did get 40 puppy 2s in, including some late slow drafts. Let me know in the comments, what type of trouble are you in for slow drafts? How many slow drafts did you sickos enter at the end? And am I in any of those with you? Because I was one of those people that was just spamming slows, and you have to leave it off at an even number. The puppy one, I had one canceled. I have 39. Oh, it's just going to bother me. It's going to bother me the whole offseason seeing that. But some early shouts. Shout out to Logan, slapping the super early. TP in the house, T Jones. This is the best fantasy football. I really appreciate you, man. I don't even believe that, but I appreciate you. Benny in the house, Thad, Jason. Oh, had 80 slows at the peak, down to 35. See, comfortably without being annoyed, 15 to 20 is where I peak before I start to get annoyed with some of those slow drafts. But real quick, shout out to Josh, partner at bestballoverlay.com. He pushed through a major update for the view teams. And let's just show a little sneak peek here. We added the closing line values for each team. So you're also going to have your tags of what type of team you drafted here. You'll be able to go to the drop-down window and peek the team. And then you can open up the closing line value and see where you drafted them and where they go right now. And then the calculation of each team, the closing line value of each squad. This is in addition to the overlay, what you're going to get. And we found a team that is plus 305 CLV right now. Plus 305, not the craziest of correlations, but even Waddle, we have to push through another update. We made more ADP values on both of these picks as well as of today. Darnell Mooney plus 87, the last pick of the draft in the 20th round. The last pick at 240. Dowdle at 216. Who are some other big ones? Worthy and McConkey. Zamir White was a big one. This was a massive CLV team. Just super fun to look at. So shout out to Josh, partner there at Best Ball Overlay. If you are interested in getting an overlay, use code POUNDERS, all caps, for 33% off. And appreciate you guys coming out. We are going to be jumping into a BBM 5, which is currently 29% full. And we're right around that same fill rate with our portfolio. And there are a few players that I'm still targeting today. And we'll see if we can get these guys in this draft before their ADPs move. So we're waiting on 5. If you want to jump in this room with us, now it jumped to 3. We tipped off the Patreon members. We tipped off the YouTube memberships. 95 puppies going right now. Insanity. Holy smokes. It's beyond my comfort level. And look at this. We get the 101, and we do have our Best Ball Mania 5 exposures showing. The overlay, you can set it to different tournaments. This one we just want to see BBM 5. Unfortunately, we haven't got too many 2 spots. We are going to go CMC here at the 101 still. Shout out to Jay Strez, pounder in the 2 spot. Binny at 5. Logan at 8. Turbotron. Want to say he's a pounder. How clean is this? Chris. So clean. Yeah, Meat's at 9. I knew he was a pounder. Bry at 11. Looking to increase those advance rates from last year when he drafted BBM 5s with me. All right, let's hit CMC here at the 101. 16's fine. 16's in that sweet spot. And honestly, being able to go through these slow drafts and have my correlation, my overlay up, it makes it a lot easier when you get deeper into these contests and you're like, okay, where did I leave off? Who do I want? Especially if you didn't queue anyone. This is a double elite, which is pretty insane. But both after ADP, so we're definitely trying something in this poodle here. So like you have a week 17 game here. I don't think we can afford to go RB in this slow. I think maybe a little Dallas bring back could be in order. Wonder what? Who's the other guy getting steam right now? It's Flournoy. Let's mix it up. Let's go Flournoy there just for fun. All right. Back to the active BBM5. 17 picks away. See if anyone's doing anything weird. No, Lamb at 2, Hill at 3. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Jay in the house. Draft neighbors for this one, Jay. Draft neighbors. So you stay in your lane. I'm going to stay in my lane, okay? Okay, no deviating here. Just we can be friends. We can be friends. Is that ADP based on when the big board closed? No, it's based on today's ADP. Yeah, it's based on today's ADP. So those calculations are super fun to see, and it just automatically does it for each team. And when you log in, when you get behind the paywall here, it's teams, and then basically you just upload your Underdog CSV, and that's it. Can't do slows, don't have the patience for it. See, I was the same way. Like before Dante came, wasn't a slow type guy. I wasn't a slow draft type guy. But now with the kiddo, if I want to get volume in and be able to be a good dad, at least for me, and the amount of time I have left in my schedule, I have to get slows in if I want to get those drafts in. And then Underdog on top of that drops the Gladiator program for rakeback, which is insane. Let me see if I could pull that up on the Twitter machine. They did it for pre-NFL draft, and now they're doing it for post, which is just awesome. And that money just goes right into the Battle Royale bankroll. We got it here. So 150 drafts, you're going to get 10% of the rake back. 250 drafts, 20%. And again, what is the rake for that contest? It's going to be all of them added up. All the contests have different rakes. So 10.8% of $25 is just over $2.50. It's 10% of that if you only did 150 and you were in the bronze tier. So you would get 25 cents back per. And it adds up. Like if you are a grinder, and I think we can safely call this tier the Eagles tier. Shout out to James. 1,000 drafts. This is the Eagles tier. 50% rake back. It's a lot. That'd be over $1.25 per BBM. So you do 150, you're getting back a good amount of money there. All right, CMC start. Let's have a peek here. I gotta upload my exposures. Teams, come here, do that. Cool. So with CMC, I know we had a good amount of Mike Evans and DK. What if we go DK and Neighbors instead to mix it up here? Smith goes off the board. I'm actually okay with going Evans because if he's going to continue to rise, let's go Evans and DK. Another one is DK and DJ Moore for that week 17, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen a ton of people doing that just yet, but it should be. That should be in the cards. That should be in the cards. What do you guys prefer here? Have you done the CMC DJ Moore DK? I think that's what we're going to do. It's going to be different for our portfolio, I have a feeling. I'm going to check right now. You can also set this to BBM5 to then check out your different combinations that you have. So let's see with Metcalf if I have any. Yeah, I don't even have any CMC Metcalf, so we're already getting different there. So a unique combination for us at draft number 41 for Best Ball Mania 5, which is nice. We're not really sacrificing much at all to do it as well. Mike Evans goes off at 28. Achane goes off right after. Taking running back in a room full of piss boys. What can go wrong? Literally everything. Like, actually everything. But if you guys are just joining us, go down, slap the like on the live stream. If you guys enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream at 2K subs. That will just be full of your favorite streamers, guests. Be a grand old time. Just go down, make sure you hit the sub. CMC DJ Moore, DK is a fun start. Now it's not comp. Now it's out there in the open. It's out there in the open. Pick 48, 49. I find it difficult to not come back with at least, you need to get at least one wide receiver in this range, especially in like higher stakes where those wide receivers are going to fly off even quicker. Like pick 72, you are getting those rookies falling right now into that range. So that can be fun as well. But if like Deontay Johnson and up is off the board, you're not feeling too confident with your wide receiver 3 being in this range. I don't think you want to put yourself in that situation too often. So that's just one note that I've been taking from the one spot. And I have seen some people go CeeDee Lamb over CMC just because of the ease of going wide receiver first. There's just so many wide receivers that fall to this 2-3 turn that I'm okay with double tapping that I still like CMC at 1. Now, if this range changes and it gets a little more gross, but right now I like different combos of 2 wide receivers in that range. Still think that's strong. Yeah, Josh says I have a few of those in BBM. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't have one in my portfolio. It's not something I'm going to do every time, but definitely I want to mix that week 17 combo in there between Chicago and Seattle. And of course, I am not an ultimate spoon just yet in this contest. 8% right at field of CMC. This will put us just over, probably at like 10%. But that CeeDee Lamb, I got 1 CeeDee Lamb share out of 41 drafts so far in BBM. That's starting to scare me. I'm not gonna lie. That'll start to affect you mentally. I would like to be on CeeDee Lamb this year, please. Underdog, please. Okay, Sam Laporta, Zay Flowers, Marvin Harrison, Gibbs for the 12 spot. Bry with Wilson, Drake, Pittman, and Josh Allen. Chris brings up Christian Kirk to 39. Terry goes off at 40. Play ball. I still find it difficult to go even Christian Kirk over Amari Cooper right now. I get the case for Christian Kirk, but I mean, looking back to just last year, like wasn't going to play in 2 wide receiver sets behind Zay Jones, more in that slot role. How's it going to look towards the end of the season when the rookie has his feet under him? I don't know. I just feel like you're paying a lot for early season production with Kirk right now, and he seems safe. I will say, like, Christian Kirk seems safe at ADP, but maybe a little cap limited. And this is where you can zig where other people can zag. 48, 49. Yeah, see, those wide receivers are flying off the board. I don't mind the ETN click there. He goes Andrews. I think we're just going to steal Lamar from him. Oh, dear. I don't want to bring in the Chicago double stack. I really do think it's a little thin. If I'm going to make the bet on DJ Moore, I want to make the bet on DJ Moore. It doesn't feel great. Not going to lie. I might even just go Pacheco here. We might just box ourselves. Fuck it. We're going Jaden Reed. We're not doing it. We're not boxing ourselves. We're not. Not today. Good try. Good try, Underdog. You tried tempting me. Tried tempting me with the Pacheco, didn't you? Doesn't feel good to have to reach up for Reed a little bit, but that's, sometimes in a piss heavy room. Even like Hollywood Brown goes off at 45. An easy double tap there is like Hollywood Brown and Mahomes. Where Worthy goes, is he ever falling to 72? Maybe in some rooms. So yeah, he pairs the Mahomes and Hollywood Brown. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the avalanche coming and I'm like, we got to get off this mountain, boys. We got to get off this mountain. I'm skiing down. Just Jaden Reed and I. America says F that. I'm going with a 3 RB start through 5 rounds. A little robust RB strat. J Strez says F you guys. I'm going double elite tight end. I do what I want. I would like to do that. Someday I'll be brave enough to do what I want. Till then, we're going to go Jaden Reed at 49, which also doesn't seem great. You can't steal what was never his. Yeah, it's quality. It's between like Jaden Reed and Calvin Ridley for me in that spot, which there's elite tight ends there. But again, you're making the bet of receivers coming back to you that you like. And it's sort of tough too when you're in the one spot. It's a risk. Not saying I would do this every time, but it's a risk. Chris gets Chris Godwin. That's fitting. This team could definitely use some ceiling plays now. Like after Puka, Christian Kirk, and Chris Godwin, I'd be looking for legit just ceiling plays. Yeah, I'm fine with Ridley there too. I think ETR, one of the sites has Ridley as a faller, and I don't really see Ridley falling as much as I see D Hop rising. I think Ridley's fine for his range. We're at 10%, and we're at 8% Reed, so this keeps us above field on Reed. What if Reed is what you need? We're up in 8 picks. This is going to tell the tale of should we have risked it? Do 2 wide receivers come back to us or not? Okay, there goes D Hop. That was going to be one of them. And of course, hindsight's always 20/20. When you're in the one spot and there's 20 plus picks till you pick again, you don't know how the board's going to fall. Especially when teams behind you, directly behind you, go double elite tight end and then 3 RB start. You have to think that they're going wide receiver here. Yeah, Ridley's been climbing, Josh says. Yeah, and that's with some negative FUD from other sites. In the last week, Ridley's climbed 3 spots, which is pretty decent. That's like 5.3%. It's pretty decent. So, Joe Mixon off the board. Yeah, get these RBs gone, boys. Get these RBs off the board. God damn. I know what's going to happen. I don't like it. It's okay. Yeah, he's going Rice. Son of a gun. We wanted Rice at 72 and Lad goes. So this is fucking perfect. Excuse the language, but I think we're just double tapping here, or we can do this. Arizona, Tampa Bay. I mean, this could leverage the Mike Evans starts as well. But I think we mix in. Let's go Deontay Johnson here. And maybe C-Watt for this Minnesota mini. I don't have a ton of Christian Watson. Obviously, 13% Brian Thomas. And it seems like, let me have a peek here. Christian Watson has risen 1.4 spots, and Brian Thomas has also risen. Let's mix it up here. Let's give the tiebreaker to C-Watt here. But I do like BTJ in that spot typically. We're gonna maybe bring like a Ty Chandler to pair this, and maybe we end with 2 QBs with Love. So Ty Chandler would be a pretty big target for us. So we get the double in Green Bay. Yeah. Yeah. What's let me have a peek here, because you can also set the overlay to week 15 as well. For the week 15 bros, that is. I'm not one of them, but I could be convinced. I could be convinced to look at it. I just like a little more cleansiness on the screen, so we keep it to week 16 and 17. So coming back around 96 and 97 is a good range to maybe get a tight end in that spot, bring in the second or third RB in that spot. So we'll see what comes back to us, but usually you have multiple options. Love goes in that spot, so that falls to us relatively perfectly. So we're just going to be patient. I do like what J Stress does here. He goes Lad and Brian Thomas. Pretty fun comeback, I think, from the deviation of double elite tight end. I like the double click there. Jared in the house. What's up, baby? Yeah, I have it set to week 16 and 17. You could change it. You could change it to what you like. You could take away week 15. Customizable is never a bad thing. He says I like that. I don't pay a lot of attention to week 15. Same. But I know some people do. We ran a poll and it was like 35% actually would like to see the week 15. So it's up to the user. Ooh, VRC with a very fun super flex start. Hell yeah. Holy smokes. Double elite tight end. Pushing it. Yeah, in a contest where you only have to start 2 wide receivers, you can do some different stuff like that, especially if you're getting values and you're getting ahead at QB versus the room. This guy went double elite QB. Bry. A pounder. Najee and Swift. Bry, you've been deviating, my friend. The last couple days, what's gotten into you? You used to be like straight piss boy. Like 5 wide receivers through 6 rounds, no matter what. And I mean, we're seeing 4 through 6, but it was like clockwork. What has gotten into you? Bry, did you hit your head? Are you okay? I actually like deviating a little bit in this year's contest. I think there are some values at RB where Hero RB feels a little stronger this year than some other years. And then 0 RB, actually. I mean, still strong, but that allows you to go maybe an elite QB. It allows you to go an elite tight end, if not both. Price says, I hate it. Send this man some help. Send some help. Chris goes Jake Fergie Ferg. We got a Jaden Daniels reach up at 88. Curtis Samuel at 92 to Binny. Going hero RB build with Derrick Henry. Jalen Warren off at 93. Oh, we should be good. This guy's got a 0.42 start. America. That's America. I mean, I think we could just queue up our guys here. The second I clicked him, he goes Bowers because he just obviously needs a tight end, you know? It's obvious. He just needs his second tight end before his third receiver in the 8th round. Is it Njoku? Talk to me. Is it Njoku? We could do this for the week 16. If we're not going Njoku here, God damn it. I can't believe literally the fraction of a second he entered my queue. It was just poof. It was gone. It was gone before the pixels even hit the screen. Bring in the double stack. We're not going the triple stack, so don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. You can't tempt me to triple stack Green Bay. You cannot tempt me to triple stack. I think we do go James Conner here. I'm sort of light and for no reason. I don't mind James Conner this year. Let's bring in James Conner. We can bring in Musgrave. We can bring in Likely on this team. And maybe we go... Maybe we find a late third like Jonnu or something. Maybe we just go 3 late tight ends with this build. But a team that would benefit from a Ty Chandler pick. It was always Njoku. Yeah. I almost took him with Dobbs after you stole Lamar. Oh God, it's greed. It's greed. I don't mind the solo Lamar. I obviously want to bring in one pass catcher, but there's options. There's options with Likely. There's options with Devontae Walker. With Bateman if that's your style, but Njoku goes off the board at 101. Tyler Lockett at 102. Anyone else doing anything fishy? Like this 3 spot just went like really? He just doesn't want me to get my Bowers exposure up. He's a hater. 100% he's a hater. Yeah, no, I couldn't. Bowers went off before. I would have loved to get Bowers there. Why is it not optimal to just ensure you advance by setting up week 15 matchups and relying on variance other playoff weeks? I think the main reason is it's 1 out of 12 advance week 15 into week 16. So why would you plan for a week 15 to 16 advancement when week 16 to 17 is harder because it's 1 out of 16? It's 1 out of 13 for week 15. 1 out of 16 week 16. So that's why week 16 has more weight for me. There's also the biggest money differential going from week 16 into 17. I understand like math and if you can push maybe 1.5 the amount of teams, but the math doesn't equal out to being that high. So like if you could get 1 extra team into week 16 by targeting week 15, is that worth it? week 16 to try to get, one of your 3 teams into week 17 or one of your 2? Probably not. We only play for first. Yeah, that's why with just the way it's set up, like if you are a relatively even keeled drafter where your EV is just pretty even with the field, you're expected to make the BBM finals once in 8 years without any edge calculation. It's over 8 years. I want to say it's like 8.2 years. Once. When I get there, I want my team to be the most plus EV week 17 team you've ever seen before. Ever. Now, maybe I have some pseudo week 16 correlation that helped me get there. Great. That's just added into the EV calculator that you have. But for me, I'm still week 17 first. Dude, Connor in the house. I got to get you on stream, bro. If you're in here, you have an edge right now. He means like if you're in the draft room with me, that's you have an edge. You're plus EV right now if you're drafting against me. Got her off at 115. Dude, this guy's just been pissing green in the 7 spot. 4 receivers and 5 running backs through 10 rounds. Like, chill, bro. Week 17 is all that matters. All right, we're the week 17 bros are still alive. I love it. Don't even think about it. You don't even think about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not triple stacking Green Bay. I'm not doing it for clout like Connor. You can't make me do it. Ugh, what a kind of a disgusting spot. This spot just it's not the most fun. I do think we have to bring in Brandon Cooks here at 144, 145. Tempted to just go Schultz or Pat Fry here. We have the correlation with Lamar, but do we really want to go Schultz and Likely in the same game? I'd almost rather just get the week 16 correlation with Pat Fry. We're going to reach up for Pat Fry here a little bit. We'll bring him up 14 spots. This RB range, I'm just like, we'll just talk to you later. We'll just pretend it's not there. But that is with the hopes that we double tap RB most likely on the way back around. So we have a 2-2-6-1 build for the listeners. Lamar and Jordan Love, Christian McCaffrey and James Conner, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed, Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson, and Brandon Cook. So you can see like spike week dude. Deontay Johnson should have a relatively high floor. Yeah, a lot of good receivers early. Might need some ping pong action, but this will definitely be an interesting draft, how we finish off. We bring in Pat Fry here a little early. I don't think he's going to make it back to us at 144, especially in this room. So sort of playing the room, getting our first tight end off the board. And now if we get Musgrave, I'm okay with that triple stack. If we get Likely, I'm more comfortable stopping with 3, getting either Pat Fry there or Schultz. And we would go Schultz over Pat Fry if we weren't going to focus Lamar stack Likely late. This dude posts a Green Bay super stacked. It was the whole team and front office. 10 players. So funny. So funny. I thought your draft caddy took over or something. Bo Melton. I try to avoid you, D-Gens. It's not a bad option. I wish you guys would avoid me too sometimes. We eat into our own EV, and sometimes it can hurt. But we make it up in the plus EV late night drafts. Oh my god. I should show you guys this cash game because it's a freaking meme. Cash games are free. If you guys like free money, should be at least mixing in cash games, bankroll management, and boring shit like that. But let me show you this team. Yeah, this is it yesterday. Yeah, this is the one. Boys. Just it's dead team after dead team. $10 cash game. It was at like 10 out of 12 filled. So I just jump in. I'm the only badge. Starting off, I'm the only badge in the room. This guy goes 3-4-8-3. RB4 Rico. Can this work? God damn. Like maybe, but like it's thin. Fred. 2-5-6-5. The 5 tight end build, of course, is what you need for the cash game kings out here. 3-7-6-2. Is it a balanced 7? No, he's got Rashad Penny at 171. Dudes, the memes of these cash games. Okay, the next pick. Surely there can't be that many bad teams in a row. 3-6-6-3. Is it live? It might be. Oh, wait. Nope. They have 5 rookies. With Brendan Rice and Troy Franklin at 141. Okay, how about the next team? 3-7-6-2. It could be live. It could be live. Wide receiver 4, Jahan Dotson. Were mistakes made? Were mistakes made? Yes, but even worse ones at tight end. TJ Hawkinson and Hayden Hurst. Dude, these guys got to be drafting tournaments. These guys got balls. All right. This is what these guys got balls. All right. Next one, because we're on team 5. So far, there's 5 dead teams out of 5 drafters. Team 6. He has fantasy in his name. It's spelled wrong. Fantasy man. Fantasy man. Surely he knows what he's doing. The 1-6-10-1. The 1-6-10-1. Maybe that's what you need. Let's just have a peek. We're 3 picks away. The memes don't end here. We have, let's just skip to our draft. The 3-6-7-2, the cash game king is here. Purdy, Bryce Young, Derek Carr, Pitts and Hunter Henry, Puka, Drake London, Diggs, T. Higgs, McLaurin at 63. Nothing to see here. DeAndre Hopkins at 82. Probably fine. Tyler Lockett at 130. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? A lot of fun. That room has, I think, 4 total teams that are live. Oh, shit. Yeah, we wanted Ty Chandler. Saucio, you're a dick. Like, that's all there is to it. Do we bring in Schultz here? I think this is where you just bring in Schultz. I know it's like flip-flopping their ADPs, but I don't think I can let that one go. And I think we do have to go RB here. I'm tempted to just go Jaleel. If we don't go RB here, it's RB at 168, 169, and we all know it starts to fall off quick. Like, we need to get our third RB here. No, that's a simple $10 12-man room, but still first place pays $64. So like a lot of those cash game rooms look like that. The fast drafts at night, I mean, you might run into me a couple times, but they're pretty damn light. Even the $25 rooms, like here's a $25 room. You're looking at like 1.5 other badges and a guy named Donkey Man. Like, what are we doing? Let's pull up another one because they're all. The $50 room I think was a little sharper. This is another $25. The only consistent person I saw was this Mayor guy who's a pretty decent drafter. Sharp room. Fun stuff. So mix in those cash games, especially if you're lower bankroll. Maybe you want to offset some of the potential losses that tournament play, some of that variance, not potential losses, some of the variance of tournament play. It's good to mix in cash games. And I still do that even with my bankroll. Now, poker, if you want to be successful, like long-term in poker, A lot of people talk about like an 80-20 rule of like 80% cash, 20% tournament play. But that's realistically, I try to get to like 20% cash games for Underdog. Luke Musgrave goes at 148. This guy has been a thorn in my side this draft. Really only a few picks. Really only the Rice pick. Wouldn't have mind Chase Brown to come back to us. Ty Chandler we wanted for the bring back in Minnesota. Do we get a falling Hawkinson? That could be fun with this draft. A falling Hawk would be fun. I will say. It would fit our build. And it would be a nice little bring back for that Green Bay. Maybe this is the Bateman team. 3% Bateman. Do you guys prefer the Bateman click or do you prefer Devontae Walker late? Kirk Cousins finally goes off the board at 159. Will Levis off at 160. VRC likes likely. Jared wants Bateman. You were just trying to get me to take Hawk. Rays likes Tez. I tend to lean Tez as well in the Bateman argument, but I guess some of the counter arguments is like, can you just ignore what you saw with Bateman and just say like, let's chop it up to he was hurt? God damn, hurt for how long? Fuck. Benny, man, crushing our soul. But pairs with David Njoku. I don't blame him at 164. Although his ADPs, it is falling. I think Tez will dust Bateman eventually, Ben says. I like the Douglas click here. He goes Irving. Ooh. You guys are just going to gift me Gibson like that? Are you sure? Do you want to take that back? I think we do this, boys. I think we do this. I think we do this. We stick with these 3 tight ends. We have 2 tight ends in the same game. Probably not ideal. But I'm cool with this pairing of Freiermuth, Schultz, and Likely. I like this trio here. Strong at QB, CMC, James Conner, Jaleel McLaughlin, Antonio Gibson. Relatively strong at running back. I mean, anytime you have CMC, it's pretty nice. DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed, Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson, and Brandon Cooks. Very fun. 3 picks left on the clock. The boys have not been kind. You know that message I said early, like stay in your lane. Boys, stay in your lane. You guys are literally crossing in front. No blinker, like beep. No blinker. Flicking the bird. Elite content. Thanks. Do it. Just tempting him. Do it. VRC likes it. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, Ty Chandler. I would have felt good with either one of Ty Chandler or Hawkinson for that bring back dome game. Like, how deep do we jump into the bucket here? Jalen Naylor, the piece you need. N'Keal Harry, Island Boy. Sean Johnson off at 176. Yeah, I should have known. I'm at 28%. I can afford to chill, I guess. I can afford to chill. But that would have been nice, at least in my opinion, where I have Rashawn ranked. You swerved in my lane to start. That is accurate. That could be accurate, but However, however, we got the starting tight end for weeks 9 on with likely after Mark Andrews goes down with some bullshit injury. Did I see Brendan Rice and Rashad Penny off the board already though? C Ford in the house, my PR guy. My PR guy says bang the bell, hit the bell for notifications, hit the sub if you guys are enjoying the stream. On the road to 2K subs, and if we get there, we're gonna be doing a 24-hour live stream. The lane has been stayed in. Okay. So, I just absolutely smacked the mic. Meatwad in the 9 spot, Turbotron. Bijan, Devontae Adams, Tank Dell, Terry McLaurin at 40, Kyle Pitts, DeAndre Hopkins, Aaron Jones, Jane Daniels, Rashid Shaheed, Brian Robinson Jr., Gabe Davis, Zeke, Kamani, Will Levis, Jonnu, and Javon. Nice build. I love this. Yes. Can someone talk me out of my 40% Foreman exposure? He might be bad. Like you don't need any caps lock on for that. It's just like he might be bad. He might just not be good. Jerome Ford might be that guy. I do think at least he should have a role early on, with Nick Chubb getting back up to speed. But what do you guys think? Do you think Nick Chubb is going to get positive news, or is he more likely to get negative news and fall further? Because I have been playing it off like he's going to be getting negative news, and we have not seen his bottom price just yet. Damn, James. Foreman's good for like 2 good games. Like he's gonna hit your lineup pretty nicely in like 2 games. But that would require, it probably requires Nick Chubb being out for at least the first month. Logan says, yeah, I think it's gonna be negative for Chubb. I'll be waiting until he hits the pup list. CEH off the board. Look at these freaks. Nice. We get our pick, and I think we just say fuck a running back this draft. Do we have? I think we just say fuck a running back. 5 running back bill with CMC, Connor Jaleel McLaughlin. Wow, stroke. Live TV. Little mini between Deontay Johnson and McMillan, week 17. Don't have to double stack Lamar, but it's so cheap. Dameon Pierce, I just don't even know if I can click it. It's there, but I'm just trying to like I don't see that correlated game stack with Dameon Pierce. Like I don't see that blinking on my screen. Just go away. Go away. Go away. All right. We'll end this team with 1 RB. CMC, here's the case. CMC has to hit your lineup every single week, except for bye week 9. And even then, he might hit when he is on bye. James Conner, Jaleel McLaughlin, going to be that RB2, getting 35, 40% of the workload. Gibson, change of pace back. Pretty decent floor with the third downs there, maybe mixed in on first and second down here and there sparingly. We're making the case now. We need one last RB. Justice Hill. I'm thinking like end season upside. If we were gonna do a running, like I would go Rasheen Ali over Justice Hill. Like I think Justice Hill could hit the lineup early on, but I want to focus sort of end of seas. I usually try to stay away from round 18 RBs. Not going to lie. I do think it's better to be getting your running backs even in round 17 versus round 18, but we'll see if someone falls back to us that we like. God. Nah, can't go estimate, especially with Jaleel here. We're making the bet that Jaleel's the number 2 guy. It's wild. I think Justice Hill is kind of a decent player. I think he could play a role that is a little like Tajay Spears, but with less checkdowns from Lamar. So I don't think it's a great role. I would rather the guy who would take over potentially first and second down, maybe even go like Keaton Mitchell if we're focusing end of season. Maybe there's some sort of injury to Derrick Henry. But let's have a peek. We have 9 picks until our pick. Damn, VRC. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky. Don't put that evil on me. He's going to catch 2 touchdown passes week 17. Yeah, we wanted Tank Bigsby to fall to us. Donta Foreman would have been okay as well. Most likely, you would have to have some sort of like re-injury to Chubb if you're looking at like a late Donta Foreman giving you points. Late season Donta Foreman. We took the risk here. We like these 2 rookies, so we just double slapped. But should we have gone like Tank Bigsby and Devontae Walker and then last round receiver? No, because I probably would have wanted Malik Washington as one of those guys. It gets ugly at receiver too. I mean, Jalen Hyatt's one of my favorite clicks here. Obviously 13%. A.T. Perry I've been slowing down on, but I just have so many like late stacks with Derek Carr. Just because I think Derek Carr is a really good value. God damn it. God damn. Dameon Pierce, go away. Go away. Oh, he won't go away. I have to. Oh, it's bye week 14 too. Who cares? We're leaning on these 2 anyways. Just when you think you escaped Dameon Pierce's, did I say Damian Harris? Dameon Pierce's grasp. Oh, let's check out these Pounders teams. We get the correlation there. It's a double with Schultz. Little mini Schultz, Dameon Pierce. Okay. You see how we marked this one? Josh Coop, are you still in the live stream? I marked this one. Josh Coop, Hawaii. I said who was it? If Burrow, that was the deal. If Burrow wins us BBM, we're sending him to Hawaii. Man of my word. We got it down here. We got it down right here. He made me go Burrow. All right. Enough of that. Jay Strez in the 2 spot. 3582, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Daniel Jones. I like the combo of this 3 late QBs. Achane, Moss, Mostert, Algier, and Irving. I don't love the double Miami this year just because the price you're paying on Achane, you're paying for him to hit. Now, can these guys both go off in a single game? Yes. We've seen it. It's probably going to happen again this year, but the price you're paying for Achane, I want to lean into that. So advance rate wise, I think it could be a little negative, but RB4, Algier, RB5, Bucky Irving. I like it. You're leaning a lot into Miami, and then you're leaning into Zach Moss quite a bit because Tyler Algier's role is going to be probably pretty small behind Bijan this year. So his value really lies behind a Bijan injury, in my opinion. Lamb, Smith, McConkey, Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers. I like that pick for especially having Ladd and BTJ here. Polk also makes sense. Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt. So getting that double stack with Daniel Jones late is really nice. Mark Andrews and Trey McBride. That is quite the detour, sir. I would like it more if one of these guys was a was a running back, but yeah, he's got the Lab McConkey stack with Herbert, the week 17 correlation with Jalen Polk here. Week 16 correlation with Algier against the Giants. It's a fun team. Binney in the 5 spot, Stroud and Caleb Williams. I like that pairing. Caleb also falling to 125. Not super typical. It's probably because he's got so many freaking pass catchers that go in the top 70. It's hard for him to fall. Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears, Lloyd, Wright, Herbert, and Tracy. I like this room. It's a hero running back build behind Derrick Henry, his old running partner with Tajay Spears. Justin Jefferson, Nico, George Pickens, Keenan Allen, JSN stacked with the Allen stacked really nice. Samuel, Zay Jones, Malik Washington, Njoku, and the TJ Hawk sniper in the building. This is just a really well-balanced team. I think receivers, very strong. Running back, you definitely have to hit on maybe a rookie or two here, but it's not impossible. And the tight ends, by week 10, I like to do it with elite tight ends if I'm going to do it. I haven't yet dipped into Hawkinson because I don't think he's at his final price yet. So I have legitimately 0 shares of Hawkinson. I think correlated in the right spot. Like we would have taken him here with our double stack in Green Bay as a bring back, but didn't get to us. So nice draft from Benny though. Logan in the 8 spot, Burrow and Purdy. Nice little pairing. Right on ADP. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Stevenson, Ray Davis. How's that only 10%? I have so much more in other contests. We need to up this for BBM. Rashawn Johnson, Debo, T. Higgs, Amari Cooper, Mike Williams, Josh Downs, Burton, Franklin, Demarcus Robinson, Cleve Raymond with Kincaid and Sinnott, which is a nice little pairing there. Sinnott at 185. Yeah, I even like the Demarcus Robinson at 200 here to maybe pad some of these rookies, maybe pad Mike Williams, who we don't have full certainty on his injury news. Yeah, really, really strong at RB. That's a shit ton of touches. 3 RBs by Stevenson. Hits at 2 QBs in that mid-range is nice. Stacks both of them. Double stack with Cincy. He has a week 16 bring back with Amari Cooper. He's a week 17 bring back with Troy Franklin. The Debo stack with a week 17 Khalif Raymond. The piece you need. The piece you need. Nice draft, Logue. 2 left. Turbotron in the 9. Meatwad in the live chat. Jane Daniels and Will Levis. So this is maybe a little more thin at QB, leaning into Jane Daniels. He's probably going to rise anyways in BBM. And then Will Levis leaning into definitely a better year too. Bijan, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson, Zeke, Kamani, and Audric Estime with Adams, Tank Dell, McLaurin, Hopkins, Shaheed, Gabe Davis, Javon Baker, Pitts, Smith, and Chig. I get Chig is the stacking partner, but I don't love going 3 tight ends with Pitts. That's just me. I still think you have plenty of touches here at RB. 3 by Brian Robinson. Even bringing in Zeke. I think maybe 1 more receiver. I would rather, if you know you want to target Chig because you're targeting Levis, maybe just go Pitts and Chig and then make this a receiver. But if all goes right, like this room could be fine. Just maybe on some of those weeks that Gabe Davis disappears, Shaheed disappears, and Javon Baker, we don't fully know his role. Could have some tough weeks at receiver. And then Bry in the 11. Once a piss boy, and now a common detour of double elite QB. What is Bry H? Who are you? Josh Allen and Anthony Richardson. Harris Swift, Charbonnet Miller, Braylon Allen. I like the capital spent. Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Pittman, Jordan Addison, Shakir, AD, Thielen, and McCaffrey. I'm cool with this, even if there's a few picks that I'm not on. Kmet, Jelani Woods, and Knox. Whew. Oof. Oof. Could it work? Sure. I like the stack, at least with Jelani. He gets the late stack with Knox. And there's some positive news with both Knox and Kincaid being on the field, and Kincaid splits being much less when Knox is on the field. So if Knox can stay healthy, maybe he can eat into that a little bit, but I'm not betting on it too much. Has the double stack in Indy, which is nice. I think Michael Pittman might be a little overpriced, but I like the AD price, and I definitely need to get some AD in my portfolio here soon. But guys, that is a draft. Appreciate you coming out. If you enjoyed the content, go down, slap the like on the way out. If you want to get the overlay, bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders, all caps for 33% off. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.